Today is Remembrance Day. It's a time when we remember the hundreds of thousands of Australians who served our nation through war and peace, at home and abroad. And it's a time to honour the men and women who lost their lives through service. Among the many stories of sacrifice, we remember that of Sergeant Harry Fisher. At just 23 years old, when he enlisted in Cairns on 17 September 1914, Sergeant Fisher set sail from Melbourne later that December aboard HMAT Ceramic. Harry was one of Australia's first Anzacs, landing on the Gallipoli Peninsula on 25 April 1915. Following Gallipoli, he went on to serve on the Western Front. He was one of more than 400,000 Australians who volunteered for service in the First World War. It was a significant contribution from a nation with a population of less than 5 million in 1914. After surviving Gallipoli and more than 2 years on the Western Front, Harry was involved in the heavy fighting of the war's final months. Sadly, on the 18th of September 1918, he was killed in action and laid to rest in the Vondel Communal Cemetery near Maizemy, northwest of St Quintin, close to where he fell. More than 46,000 Australians lost their lives on the Western Front, but Sergeant Harry Fisher remains the sole Australian soldier buried in Vondel. It's unknown why he was laid to rest there, but while he is separated from his fellow Australians, he is not forgotten. For many years, an elderly French couple regularly placed flowers on his grave as a tribute to the young Australian buried so far away from home and those who loved him. It was a small gesture of gratitude to a foreign soldier who'd fought in a land he'd never seen before the war for people he didn't know, so that the enemy would be driven from their country. Sergeant Fisher's story speaks to the same sacrifice and service, the same courage and selflessness of countless individuals who've served in our nation's armed forces. The First World War claimed the lives of over 60,000 Australians, and more than 150,000 were wounded, some more than once. Many Australians have an ancestor, relative, friend or neighbour who has served and made sacrifices for our nation in wars, conflicts and peace operations. Remembrance Day is an opportunity for all of us to come together and honour the men and women who have lost their lives. At 11 a.m. on the 11th day of the 11th month, we pause in unison, observing a minute of silence. We will remember them, lest we forget.